Hey Rob, welcome to your August Patreon review. Thank you again for your continued support. I've not looked through all of this game, but I saw enough at the beginning to see what went on, and we'll see the second half as I go through. So we're black this one, and there were definitely some things. There were definitely some things um, that I want to go over. And unfortunately, they're mostly fighting things and Tsuji based things, which are always a little tricky. Always a little tricky. Um, so okay, so we approach and he backed off. Um, if you're gonna back off, normally K4. The this is the shape I'm used to seeing. This is still probably fine. Totally playable. And then he plays this really weird move, and I think you respond fine. We can also just consider doing this. This is all fine. None of this matters too much. I like the Hane. I probably would have just extended here. Um, the double Hane seems okay, but like this just seems so strong and fine that I kind of like this because he can't really push, doesn't really get him anything, so he still probably has to just jump anyway. I don't know. This just gives the cut that we really don't need to give him this cut. My There's gonna be a video that probably gets posted tomorrow, so by the time you see this, it might already be up. I don't know. Goes over cross cut fights, which is what this kind of looks like now. And if you watch that video, you're gonna see me explain this topic a lot. And it basically, in the situation, you want to identify your weakest group and their weakest group and play moves that make your weakest group stronger and their weakest group weaker. And so what I mean by that, in this situation, black has two groups, right? We've got this and this. Here are two groups in this fight. And white has this group and this group. So those are the four groups. And if I were to ask you to identify white's weakest group here, I think I think you would accurately say yes, it is these two. And now that I've posed this question, which black group is weaker, I think you would correctly identify that these three stones are weaker than those four stones. These four stones are already out. There's no threat there. Okay, and so let me just erase these now. So with that in mind, when I'm considering a move here, it's absolutely going to be a move to make this group stronger while trying to make these two stones weaker. So I'm just going to play here. That's where I'm playing. Um, and we might not kill these stones, but we very well could. They don't really look alive. But I'm definitely going to play here to limit the options that specifically these two stones have, right? And so if he does this, we can then look at something like this because again, we want to make sure we're doing a move that, let me back it up, either helps our weakest group or hurts their weakest group. Best if both, but in this situation, we'd be just looking to kill this group, and so I would be looking to that. But playing on this side, it still might be fine, right? But it looks dangerous. It just looks dangerous to give white a move like this, because now this is really turning into a fight. And if we lose these three stones, it's gonna be really bad for us. But then white plays this broken Kaima shape, which is pretty bad, and you do this and sure, and then you go and get those stones. Um, and think I don't think we lose this Liberty race because white's only got three, we've got four. And if he does this, we've got four, and he's got three. So I think we win the Liberty race. So I think you did fine with that. And then yeah, this is all fine. And you capture, and he plays here. At this point, I think we have two options. Adjust myself in the chair. I think we've got two options here. Okay, option one, Tanuki. If you want to, you can Tanuki. Option two, this looks good, but white will just extend this way. So maybe we'll just leave this as white's burden. And I do believe you Tanuki'd here, and I like this move. I like this move a lot. So I just want to point out that, especially now that this is here, S4 is just a really hard hitting move. Um, even with him playing here, S4, it's a very strong move now because he doesn't really have a base, and so now we're anyway. He can look to move out, but as he does that, we're going to be developing. If we follow along, or even just follow along this way, right? Like this is great for us, right? And because he can't connect back underneath easily. So okay, with Tanuki though, good Tanuki, and he plays here, and you do this, sure, seems reasonable, and then he plays here. I would respond to this move because, as I pointed out, S4 is there. Excuse me, S4 is there. So if we split these groups, it's gonna be tough for white. So I think I would probably just play here because this weakens this group and it's really going to weaken this group. And so if he does something like this and now we get this group's going to be in a lot of trouble and it's just going to be a burden for white the entire game. But we Tanuki, big Tanuki though. When you like the decisions here, so while you're Tanuking, probably when I wouldn't be, you're at least playing like the moves. You're definitely playing the moves. So white does this. Yep, we push here, and then white just falls apart. But we missed it. But white cannot do this. White can't Hane here and leave both of these cuts. So we need to push through, which you did, and then we need to Atari this stone. Like that's all there is to it. We just have to. We have to Atari this stone, and if he connects, then we Atari this stone, and then we take his entire corner. So white can't let this happen. This is just a disaster. So he's going to have to give something up. So does he give this stone up and connect? This also looks like a disaster, right? I don't know how white gets out of this. And so that looks pretty bad. So does he connect here? And then, so like they're both disasters because this is the only outcome. It's either we take the entire corner or we go and take this. And this just looks, it all just looks terrible for white. And so we need to be able to see this, that like white has 3 cuts right next to each other. You can't let him fix any of that. We need to cut right now. And so in that situation, you just want to look at how can we chain Ataris together. And so like I said, this is what I would be looking at. This looks devastating, and white should just resign. But we play here. I mean, this is like there's no good outcome for white here. Yeah, like this is a terrible outcome for white. Black just secured 17 points. Black just secured 17 points, has good potential because he has a stone out, and white got some influence that comes along with a peep and a peep. Like it's really no good for white. I don't like this move. This was the first like Tanuki that I saw you play that I didn't agree with. So disregarding the fact that we have this, right, and this, there's some bigger moves on the board. K16, which I know you come back to in a few moves. K16 really big. D2 or D3 really big. I don't like the shoulder hit. We could look at this. The issue is if we play anything over here, white's just going to play this, and now he threatens to get in here, and so I don't like that. So I would be leaning towards after he played this, I would be leaning towards probably just D2, or I would probably play D3 here, just because it forces white to finish the corner. That's the intent of this one, is that white can ignore this move, and white really doesn't want to ignore this one because the turn at C4 is just a little too big. If you don't know this variation though, please don't play it. Please don't play this variation if you don't know it. Just play this. It's good enough. Okay, so we play here and he does this, and again I kind of want to just push through. What white's gonna play here maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if white can do this. So again, this extension makes it tough for white. Does he have to kick? He might have to kick, but this is good for black. So again, I'm not saying again, I just did another review before this one, and in that one, one of the themes that came up was he was playing these moves that threatened things, and then his opponent didn't respond and he didn't follow up on the thing. So let's go over that here a little bit. We play this, right? This is it's a shoulder hit, and we play shoulder hits to keep our opponent low, but we also play them because they're sente, right? Like the intent of this move is you have to answer this, white, because if you don't, I'm just gonna play here, and it's just too, like, this is too devastating. You can't let me get this, right? That's why we play shoulder hits. It's because they need to be responded to, and we've now got 2 on the board that we didn't answer, right? Essentially, this is kind of like a shoulder hit after white played this, and we just ignored it. So I would follow up on the threats. This isn't needed. This looks like you're kind of running, and you needed to press, because white should be playing here. There's no reason for white to be playing anything else other than this. And yeah, this looks big, but so does this. You know, if we count this up, if we count up this area right here, say we get this whole thing, it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 by 1 2 3. It's 36 points, and this right here is 24, right? And there's our 30, and then here's our 36. So we're pretty much giving him the same amount of territory by doing this. And so yeah, here, like especially here, we need, now that we're strong on the outside, go crush him, and you know, again, he probably needs to play this, but it's all like how does white answer this move? And if he does, like it just is, all of this hurts. I don't even know what white does here. It's just all bad after this. But anyway, but we do play a very big move here. This move is quite large. And then he does this, and he might die. This might kill him. Your response was off, but if we just descend here, I'm not sure white lives. This looks like a dead shape to me. I don't know. I don't know what white does here. White does this to live, but that's painful. Like that's pretty painful. It comes in gote for white. It really hurts these. Now all of a sudden this is yet again just like a game crushing move. But instead of doing that, we did this, which gave white the means to escape. And this works. In a sense, we still don't like giving him the Panuki, but that works. I think that's probably a better result than this. But he's still dead. He's still dead. We got him, I think. Did we not get him? Did we have to do this? We needed to connect here. This cut isn't dangerous. He can peep it. But we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 liberties. He's only got 5, and he has to do something with this stone. So we can probably Tanuki here, but even if we don't, that dies. So I think you protected the wrong cut, right? Because of this, right? He can get us here a little bit. Yeah, I don't think there's a way out of this. I don't think there's a way out of this. I think stones are dying. Yeah. And again, and it comes in sensei. It hurts. We could have gotten him there, and that's okay. White should not be saving these 2 stones. He's just going to get himself in trouble, because as we chase these stones out, these will become weaker. So this is white being pretty greedy here. Let's see where you played. Did you play P14? Did you do it? Oh no, but you did play this move. You did play this big move. Ironically, I think this is the wrong timing for this move. We definitely want to. I think we want to play this first. I think we need this move first, surround, and then go take this. But let's see. So he does this, but this is still here. It's still here. Do you play it? You play something very similar. This is probably the same move. Well, that isn't a thing. That's not a thing. I think we can just play here. Do you play there? You do. Good job. Good job. Bamboo joint. Yep. Turn. Great. Okay. So now White's just dead here. So huge. Huge, huge. White doesn't think he's dead. But that's cool. Is he alive? That'd be really tragic if he's alive. Damn, is he alive? Because if we play here, he plays this. Kind of looks dead. Kind of looks dead. Doesn't feel alive. So he played here and he did this. I think he's alive now. Yeah, I think he's alive now. If we play here, he does this. Yeah, I think we missed it. I think, where did he play? He played this. This one felt like it got away. So we played here. Yeah, so I guess at this point, we probably just play this and he dies. But it's tricky. It's tricky because now it's going to be a Liberty race. But I think we're okay on the Liberty race. I certainly haven't read it, but we've got an iron here. I think we're going to be fine. So yeah, I guess I didn't respect what this move did, but yeah, we need to just descend here, and I think we're fine. White did a good job. White did a good job of finding a way to live. Yeah, I think, yeah, I guess he's just alive here. Guess he's just alive. I thought there was a way, maybe. So you did this, okay. That's an interesting move. Interesting move. Sure, we need to run out, absolutely. I like that. Ooh. So it's interesting when I was looking at this, my intuition was to play here. And I guess that makes quite a difference because you played here, and now all of a sudden this cut is tougher to deal with. Because obviously if we Atari and then connect, he gets this, and now he's connected up. As where if we had played this and we're connected, and if he does this, same thing, we're connected because we can do this, and everything is fine in the world. So it's funny that that small little thing. I wasn't even gonna make a comment on this because I was like, oh, that's close enough to the attach, but the attach made all the difference in the world. Oh, that's a bad move. That's unfortunate. Why aren't we connecting? We need to connect. Not only is this fantastic because it saves these 3 stones, it comes in Sente. Because White needs to play this now. If he does something over here like connect under, now we have this Atari. And this descent. Now White's dead. So some interesting, so yeah, so some fighty to Suji things in this game. They happened at the beginning, they happened at the end. Definitely some good fighting spirit this game though, for sure. This is yeah, I like it. I like it. This is a good game. This is a good game. This is a cool move too. I'm always tempted to play this. Something like this. I imagine White would have some trouble with. Although I guess we have to be careful to not get surrounded. So maybe the Knight's move is totally appropriate. So where's our profit gonna be? That's always the question, right? If we're attacking something, where's the profit going to be? We have to be mindful that this cut is still here. He hasn't taken this cut yet. But it doesn't, right? He can't take it until he gets out. But once he gets out, we're gonna need to deal with this cut. So I'm wondering if we can do something to continue, to stay ahead of this, to either try to kill this or get profit somewhere. We have this peep, which is a potential, but these 3 stones are actually light. He could give those up. So yeah, here I probably just continue going on with the knight's move. I think that's probably what I do. Is this what you played? It's not. Where did you play? You played there. A little too close. I think that's a little too close. That's easy to get by. Because if he does this, we can Hane. And I'm not sure what White does to get out of this. Here, he can just push. And maybe he does get caught. Maybe this will be fine too. Maybe this stays in front of him enough. Here though, I don't like. We have to keep on going from this side. I think we need to do this, but I mean, you are right in that he can just probably do something like this, right? But maybe there's nothing he can do. I don't know. This still looks containable. This still looks containable. What? Did White just die? I mean, that's where I'd play. I think, did White just die? Yep, I like that. It's a good tactic. That's a good tactic right here. I'm not sure if I've showed you this one, but I'm very happy to see it, right? This is just, like, the shape isn't good, right? And this stone only has 3 liberties now, and this group has bad shape. But when we play here, this group has 4 liberties now. And when you block, you've got good shape. Not sure if I showed you that. If not, good job. That's a nice little move. Okay, we block. He does this. I think we can start with this. I think we can start with this. White looks dead though. White just looks all sorts of dead here. So we did this. And I want to take this. I want to take this right now because it fixes this cut, and he obviously needs to do this. And then we obviously need to fix this now. Maybe this doesn't work. Maybe he just gladly gives that up. Was your move better? Your move may have been better. Oh no, but this doesn't work because he's got this. So both you guys missed this one. It's a pretty big move. So what happened? He extended, and then you played this. This looks game over. How'd this game end? Because I'm curious. Okay. I think just going under is fine here and just claiming this. These stones are going to be fine. They're going to be fine. I know it looks tough, but I promise you they'll be fine. Yeah, that doesn't work. Good job. Okay. Also great job. Less great job. we flew too close to the sun, my friend. Yeah, if we had caught this Atari, this game is over. This game is over, I think. Though I don't know. Does he find some magic here? Could he find some magic here? I don't think so. I think he's just dead. But yeah, unfortunate that we missed that this was an Atari. I'm sure you were a little frustrated at that, 'cause now he's alive. Yeah, that sucks. That hurts for sure. I bet the AI graph has a big ding there, and now we're kind of unsure of what to do. I think this is stronger to try to get this stone, because if you get this is a big area. This is a really big area. So we went up here. Yep. No. Okay. So, let's look at this and try to figure out how important these 2 stones are right here. This is this is an important thing that comes up a lot. And in the same video, the same cross-cut video, there's a situation very similar to this where we're in a fight and he plays a move that Atari's 2 stones, but the stones are on the outside of the fight. And so I recognized that and said, hey, these stones aren't actually part of the fight. They're on the outside. And so I sacrificed them in a strategic way. We can do the same thing here. These stones don't actually matter to what's important here, right? I think we can agree what is important here is killing this stone and keeping these 2 stones alive, right? I think if we do those 2 things, that this would be considered a success. So I'd be looking at playing this and looking at this. I think we're probably okay here because the corner's in a lot of trouble now. And yeah, like he can take it any time. But this ladder is never going. No, does the ladder work? Oh, this is tough. Does the ladder work? I didn't read all this. I don't think so, but there's definitely a weakness there. There's definitely a weakness there that we need to be mindful of, huh? I'd still play here. This is still the move. It's got to be. And even if we just go this into this, I think we're probably fine. I think this will still work out okay. But saving this causes trouble when white descends here, which is what he does. Threatens to separate these, threatens some shenanigans over here. And let's see, so we did this, white connected, we did this, white played here. And this is, oh, you resigned here. Yeah, this game is far from over, right? This is fine. We can take this and we're alive. And like this looks like it hurts, but black's corner is in trouble. I think it's still okay. Only if you find a way. Only if you find a way to live here, though. So maybe after he did this, you would have to probably jump into 3-3 and just hope to live in there. But yeah, we definitely had lots of opportunities this game. Obviously with the Missed Atari, that sucks. And then some stuff over here. But there were lots of big. This one was atypical of what I've been seeing recently. Lots of bigger mistakes as opposed to many small mistakes, and it was by both players. Just some big initial misses, like with the starting of the, when he played this, right? Not that. That was a fine move. What was the terrible move he played? This? No. That. When he played that, like this whole corner should have just completely crumbled, and then us having this here, and then later us having this here and here. Yeah, there were lots of like big impactful misses on this one. But don't take that to heart. It was fine. You did a lot of like I said, your Tanuki game is strong, and you play good moves when you do it. And that's a really helpful skill. So definitely keep on doing that, because strong Tanukis is really what it comes down to, is understanding when we have sente, and then playing the big moves when we have sente. And you definitely have figured out where the big moves are. And you're not doing too bad. You're not doing too bad with figuring out when you have sente. There's just some stuff that, it's funny, right? Like I comment, it's like, oh, I would go here, but it's like there are tons of big moves on this board. So it's like, yeah, you didn't play this, but you played like an equally huge move. Just because I wouldn't play this doesn't mean that this move isn't huge. So like I said, your Tanukis are strong. So definitely keep that up. But yeah, the fighting stuffs. They're tough to go over, especially when it's just through video format as opposed to in-person stuff. But hopefully the new series that I'm doing, the Road Rage videos, will help out with fighting stuffs. And the other one it's going to it might be on the same time. By the time you hear my voice right here, it might already be posted. But go check it out, because that one came out. I'm happy with that one, how that one came out. It's pretty much exactly what I was hoping, like exactly what I want the series to be, is a video like that. The second video, so this is the third one. I really like the first one. I think the first one was great. Second one, it's okay. The third one also really good. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions or comments with this one. Again, thank you for your support, and then let's set up a teaching game, right? Because I'm pretty sure you've got time for one of those as well. Anyway, have a good one.